And speaking of Nazis, it's January and Donald Trump has been our president for 2 years. Iron Sky, released in 2012 and is directed by Timo Vuorensola, who is behind a couple of films in the Star Trek franchise. Star Trek, not Star Trek. Wreck. And this film is starring Julia Dietz, Christopher Kirby, Götz Otto, Peter Sargent, Stephanie Paul, and Udo Kier. And this is a recommendation from one of my fans of this channel and one of my longtime friends, Bill Portman. He was the bass man in undergrad whenever I was in a musical, so thank you very much, Bill. Hate you. Iron Sky tells the story of a group of Nazis from World War II who travel to the moon, create a space base there and a space fleet to one day return to the Earth and conquer it. Yeah, that's about it. I am just... I don't know where to start. I apologize if there is a cult following out there for this film, for this franchise, I guess. This film is getting a sequel, I think, this year, where the Nazis or something's coming from Mars. So I do apologize beforehand. This is a satirical drama about the idea behind the Nazi Party, presented through a 2012 lens. But my God, this film is terrible. Laughable terrible. I was doing this so much through watching this film. Not from the story itself, but from what I was seeing on screen from the technical aspect. Alright, let me first start off with what I liked about this film, because there is something to really like about this. I do love the feminist take that this film presents in its society. We have a woman president here, we have a woman captain of a starship, and we have women in here promoting positive takes like love and compassion. The main Nazi character is a teacher who thinks that the Nazi Party is all about love and spreading joy and happiness throughout the world. We all know, at least I hope we know, that that is not the case. And this film also explores the simplicity, or at least the easiness, of following when it comes to a fascist-type government. When someone in power comes to you and say, your race, your kind, is the elitist kind, they are the top brand, there is some kind of chemical reaction that goes off on you, thinking that, okay, yes, thank you for the compliment, sir. And you start to like that person in power a little bit more. And when you like them for years and years and years, and then you start seeing them do some questionable things, sometimes you see yourself going along with them just because you like the message that they promoted to you. It's really how the Nazis came to power back in World War II. After World War I, Germany was struggling. People were starving. People were looking for a new hope. In comes in this guy called Adolf Hitler, who is inspiring them, saying that, okay, yeah, we're going to assert our dominance on the world. You won't be hungry. You won't be starving anymore. And people bought into it. But then you find out that, oh, no, he wants to exterminate the rest of the world. He wants to exterminate an entire race of people, but he's so high up in the hierarchy now that, really, what's there to do other than to just put your head down and your country's going to be going to war? There is a seduction when it comes to that, and I do like how this film explores that. Everything else, though, is terrible. The acting. Where on the streets did you get these people? Just the most obvious overacting that has ever been in the film since The Room. Tommy Wiseau would have done amazing here. In particular, the actress who plays the campaign manager to the president.
What is this shit? I have a meeting with the president of the United fucking States of America.
Oh my God. So much overacting. I am angry at everyone! So she's campaign manager, and then halfway through the film, she becomes the captain of a Starfleet vessel.
She must have the smallest dick in the universe.
And her main question on the promotion is, oh my God, what am I going to wear? Which ended up being this black latex thing with major cleavage, and then these black feather collar thing. Oh my god. And Stephanie Paul's President of the United States, an obvious parody of Sarah Palin. The look, the mindset, she just didn't have that Canadian accent.
Carry on. Kick butt. Let them see what their baby can do.
This film is just it's absolutely terrible. Put aside the acting, okay? Let's just not even go into the acting, because this film, it belongs on the Sci-Fi Channel at like 2 o'clock in the morning. That's the type of acting you'd expect. So you know what? That's a cheap shot, and I'm gonna leave that alone. Let's talk about the technical parts of this film, and the quick jump cuts that we get from preventing this film from using an actual budget and just having people appear places. One of our hero astronauts is the beginning of the film. He's running away from the Nazis. He's trying to escape. This is on the moon. He ends up falling down the factory, and all of a sudden it immediately cuts, and he has fallen through this pipe, and he's okay, but he fell like 100 yards. Okay. So you, the filmmaker, has already asked me to go along with you in that Nazis have left the Earth back in 1945 to build a space base and a space fleet on the moon. Okay, I'm going along with you here. But I believe the rule is you only get one willing suspension of disbelief in order for me to go along with your story. If you give me more than that, my brain kind of shuts down and goes, okay, this is getting stupid. So let's talk about the science behind this. We had the Nazi base. Okay, I'm going along with that. This guy fell, it looked to be 100 yards through a pipe of this Nazi base that is holding this Nazi base together. Fell through a pipe with just bone and flesh. Fell through a pipe, and he's fine. Clean cut, too, just, you know, right in there. A pipe that is metal and not made of jello that you can easily crash through. So that's one scientific blunder that I'm not buying. So he gets up and he's running away from the Nazis again, and he runs into the hot Nazi teacher that I was talking about earlier, and she shows him where the escape door is, and then he pulls the lever and she goes, no, wait! What do you mean, wait? I mean, can't I just escape? I mean, I'm on the moon. Opens the door, and this door is like 25, 30 feet tall. It's to the outside. It's to the moon, so all the air comes rushing out. But this film has like no budget, so you just see this actor go, I'm being sucked out. And the actress who is with him also starts blowing out too, but she's being blown out in slow motion because, you know, when air is trying to escape from a vacuum, it goes very, very slowly. So slow, in fact, that it picks you up off the ground. But he grabs her before she goes out into space, and it kind of blows her clothes off. But not all the way off, though. They just go down to her ankles. That was the first 10 minutes. And I was done with this film after that. Maybe I was just expecting some kind of like hidden gem like Stormship Troopers was. That was your first recommendation, Bill, and that was a good movie. But finding a hidden gem in this B sci-fi picture, I was expecting this to be that. Nope, not here. We get a black man in whiteface. So guys, in the end, Iron Sky is terrible. I haven't laughed at a film and was just so shocked by the stupidity that I was seeing on film. I haven't been like that in a very long time. The actors are terrible. I think the main villain actually was the henchman in the James Bond Tomorrow Never Dies. He was that German guy who could do all the surgery or whatever. So you know the film is good when they're hiring the people that were the henchmen of the James Bond films to be your main villain. I would recommend not seeing it, but you know what? There's a lot of laughs to be had at the expense of this film that it's almost worth watching. And I'm a little intrigued to see that Iron Sky 2 that's supposed to be coming out later this year. So you know what? I haven't given a film this score in a very long time, since The Room, in fact. I'm gonna give Iron Sky 5 out of 5 mammograms!
I got the results of the test back. I definitely have breast cancer.
It's so bad, it's hilarious. All right, thank God it's my favorite part in my videos where I randomly select which movie I'm gonna be watching next. So let's take a look. Oh my God. Let's see. Excellent! Justice League, The New Frontier. Not a theatrically released film, but definitely good enough to be on here. And this film highlights the Silver Age of the DC universe, with the rise of characters like Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, and the Flash. And it's a take on the origin of the Justice League that we know today, but done through the 1950s and 1960s. And this was one of the first DC animated pictures to come out when DC Animation started re-releasing pictures. I think they had Superman Doomsday before this, and I want to say this was the next one. And I absolutely love this film, and I have no problem seeing it again, so we'll check it out next time. So everyone, have you seen Iron Sky? What did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before, you're probably better off, but if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across it because of this channel, please comment below, let me know what you thought. And when you're done commenting, as always, please like and subscribe to this channel so you know the next time I post my next movie review. And if you have a recommendation of a film that you want me to review on here, whether it's good or whether it's Iron Sky level, please leave your comment below or go to my Facebook page, my Instagram, or my Twitter, leave your recommendation there. And if I have access to it, I will watch it, review it, and give you a shout out on the channel. So everyone, I will see you next time with my review of Justice League: The New Frontier. So in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.